Tom Cruise is currently on the press junket for the next Mission Impossible movie, and this is simultaneous with Pedro Pascal's upcoming new Marvel movie, Fantastic Four. He is doing everything he can to sabotage the anticipation for Fantastic Four with his zesty behavior and social messaging. Tom Cruise, on the other hand, is providing him a masterclass in movie promotion. He is the people's princess, truly. Like, I have never seen this much positive discourse about Tom Cruise, or just discourse about him in general, compared to this week. First off, he's talking to AMC employees and just chatting it up with them.
Yeah, let's
getting chummy.
We'll put it up on screen here. So what you're seeing right now is a media blitz to get people excited to watch the new Mission Impossible movie, which is looking to open to about $200 million, but we'll get into that towards the end here. So it says he's been talking to the AMC employees in Lincoln Square for 15 minutes now. This one says, I used this time to talk about the absolutely insane information Tom Cruise gave in his pre-screening speech. First, he asked all of us not once but twice if we had popcorn. I showed him my bucket to confirm, and then he goes, I normally eat 2 big buckets myself during the movie.
He's like, how do you do, fellow humans?
No, here's the thing. I understand, and this is what I've always said here. They're all selling you something, okay? Some of them believe it, some of them don't. The difference is you have to have a certain amount of goodwill towards a celebrity to understand that you're being sold something and be okay with it.
But you better sell it well.
And if what you're selling is go to the movies for an agenda-free good time, then Tom Cruise is the person you want selling that to you.
He also is in this video eating popcorn in the most dad way possible. Like, I don't think I've ever seen someone in real life eat popcorn like this. He's like shaking it in his fist before like popping one by one in his mouth, like the way that a dad eats cashews. I feel like this is the way a dad eats cashews at the airport.
Yep. One of my favorite stories was when they were doing the promotion for Top Gun Maverick, it was when they were doing the promotion for Twisters, and Glenn Powell, because Tom Cruise wasn't in the movie, but Glenn Powell is Tom Cruise's protege now in a way, and they were all standing for their picture, and Glenn Powell had the Twisters popcorn bucket at his side, and Tom made him pick it up and put him in front of him and faced the logo forward. That's like 30 years of Pavlovian response to just know what to do. He hears the camera shutter and immediately goes into promotional mode.
That was a like father, like son moment.
There was
and
this
then he
one.
Also chastises a fan in this video, I think,
let's watch this one first. It says, the mission can't be accomplished without them. Thank you. So here we go.
Oh, with the theater workers.
Yeah, here he is talking to the theater
Man
workers.
of the people. He's so down to earth. He's so humble.
Wait till you see this, look at that. That's real. That's insane. That was fun. And that's nothing compared to what it should be.
See, here's the thing. I 100% believe that this is being filmed by some Paramount Studios intern making $6 an hour.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Worth it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
So this is the last one.
It's called the final.
I'm watching a movie at 40X.
It's going to shake you up.
The heartfelt music in the background is crazy.
Chris Van Vleet, who's been working, he does mostly wrestling interviews now, but he was a Hollywood entertainment editor or writer for years, would do all of those press junkets. He said the first time he interviewed Tom Cruise, he was like, the world melts away from you. And he's like, he only sees you. And that's a unique skill set. Ian has that skill set. As we've said thousands of times, if you want to talk to somebody who makes you believe you are the only person in the world that matters, if you've got a spouse, you should tell them to look at Ian as some type of model as to who you should be modeling your, active listening behavior.
Definitely. It's a star quality. It's a politician quality.
That's a dangerous quality for a politician. I actually find that when a politician is good at that, it makes me trust them less, because their actions have more consequence over my life than an actor.
Than Mission
right?
Impossible does.
I still remember when Larry Elder was here. I've told the story. I said, like, Larry Elder, he was here once in like 2021, and then he was here like a couple of years later, and he remembered my name, and that was immediately a red flag to me. I'm like, bro, I talked to you for like 8 seconds 2 years ago. Remembering my name is a red flag. We did not have...
He has like a working Google Doc of every name that he ever hears.
We did not have an in-depth conversation. I shook his hand. I thanked him for his work or attempted work in California. And he's like, he remembered my name? Like, he has to have like a...
It's funny.
He has to have like an Excel spreadsheet,
even when I have
right?
met someone before, or if I've already seen them online and I see them in person, and I'm like... as sure as I can possibly be that I have the right name on my mind, I will still, out of precaution, not go up to them and be like, hey, so-and-so.
Correct.
Just in case I'm wrong. In this other video posted on the Mission Impossible account, he goes up to a fan in the theater and gets mad at him for eating all of his popcorn before the movie even started.
What are you doing, bro?
This is what you always do. Oh my gosh. Good skills.
McCoy, let's see yours. Hey!
Flipping the microphones around.
No, it's cocktail.
I love how McCoy is like his nerdy friend.
Yeah.
Is that us? Cheers.
You ate all your popcorn already.
That kid will remember that. Whoever that guy is will remember that for the rest of his life.
It's totally
Forever.
starstruck. And I saw one comment saying, Tom is a great actor. I've heard he's odd, but aren't we all?
I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? So, like, the tone changed for him, like, in the early 2000s, right? Jumping on the couch, Katie Holmes, all that stuff. But the thing is what he did is he filled a need that needed to be kind of found out in Hollywood, which is that people, once the late 2010s rolled around, they felt like they were being preached to by directors. They felt like they were being lectured by writers and actors. They were being called Nazis on the internet, and nobody was out there just saying, hey, movies are expensive. It's a lot to ask of you to spend several $100s to take your family to the theaters. It's a privilege to do what we do for a living. But the people who say that in Hollywood say that because they want to preach at you, not because they actually find it to be a privilege to see you, the audience, watching their art. Okay? He filled a void that is still there. I remember one of the worst parts is now they're trying to fake it. When we went to see Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah, they had.
There was like a Seth Rogen video where he pretends to tell the audience, oh, I'm so grateful. He doesn't believe that there isn't a bone in his body.
I'm so glad you're here.
There isn't a bone in Seth Rogen's body or 90% of the people in that industry that respect you or respect you spending your money on their art. They hate you. Most of them do. Yeah. Okay? You can't look at these types of things. This is why I kind of caution against only going to see movies from people that you think like you, because then all you'll see is Reagan. That's the only movie that you'll... you have to make a value judgment. Good movies still get made. Few and far in between, sure. But you have to make a value judgment that is watching this new movie going to be worth my time if it's at risk of being made by somebody who hates you. Well, somewhere along the line in that production, even for a Tom Cruise movie, there's somebody on that crew that hates you and everything that you stand for. It's not possible to make a movie in Hollywood without there being a portion of the creatives that think that way. It's baked into the DNA of the industry. It's just the way that it is. But you can make a value judgment, watch what you think kind of lines up with what you find to be entertaining, and take it for what it is. I posted a thing on X like 2 weeks ago, 125 shows that you can watch right now rather than watch something new. The sad fact is you don't need to watch anything new. There's been enough stuff made in the last 100 years that you would never need to watch anything new in your life if that's something that you care about no longer giving money to people who hate you. I'm not going to tell you how to watch those things, but that's the point.
It's on Tubi.
The point is that it can be done, but if you want somebody who's going to make it a little bit easier for you to take that risk, then Tom Cruise and his movies are the one to do that.
Yeah. Tell me if you believe this message, though. He tweeted out, I'm so proud of this incredible cast and crew, and I'm grateful to have been able to celebrate this franchise alongside them and audiences around the world. New York City, we thank you for the energy and passion you showed us at last night's premiere. A truly remarkable evening. Does it come off as believable? Do you think Tom Cruise is being genuine? And whether or not he is, does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
I feel like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I think he's a weirdo who only cares about one thing in like film, cinema, stunts, everything. That's his hyperfixation. He's not a people person.
He's never given me anything to believe otherwise, right?
Yeah.
He loves making, like, as far as I know, he wakes up every day and immediately just starts thinking about movies.
Right.
And then goes to make movies, and that's all he does.
Like he's kind of crazy.
But the thing is the other actors, they don't exist in a world where you give them the benefit of the doubt, because they don't operate in that way. They say things that make you doubt what they say. Mm-hmm. As long as he's not doing that, why would I care? It's more about whether he makes the effort to make this notion or not whether I believe it's genuine, because it's like people expect politicians to pay lip service to what they believe. No actual person with a functioning brain goes to a politician for authenticity. No. You go to them for utility. They say what you want them to say, and in hopes, just by the sheer desire to get reelected or, I guess, be successful and be liked, they will give you what you want. It's a utilitarian approach to your elected officials, and I think you should take the same approach with celebrities in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So,
but this isn't going to pay off for the movie.
Yeah.
If the box office projections are to be believed. It says that The Final Reckoning is on track to earn $200 million in its global box office opening weekend.
Yeah, here's the problem, guys. It has a budget of $400 million. So
that is insane.
Even with a $200 million opening weekend, remember, they're going to keep about half of that, a little bit less overseas. A $400 million budget is simply insurmountable. This movie will have to make well over $1 billion when you include I think it'll have to make over $1 billion even without marketing to break even, and they've gone all out on the marketing for this movie. So the sad fact is that as much as I love this movie, maybe the idea here is that it's not their, like, if he actually says what he means and means what he says, that they're not going to make another one, then I guess it doesn't really matter. It'll be a write-off at the end of the year if it doesn't do well. But I think it's worth going to see. I'm going to see it on Friday night. I may do a review on Saturday, but the fun thing about it is like we don't do a whole lot of reviews these days. But I like just going to the movie and enjoying it for what it is. Mm-hmm. It's very long. It's 2 hours and 51 minutes. He is the only person who gets the pass from me to make movies that are 3 hours long. As far as I'm concerned, Trump should put an executive order in place that makes all movies 2 hours or less. But in this case, I think it's worth checking out. It's like in the chat on Rumble, says, genuine or not, he is one of the very few people who makes the effort. Most of the rest openly hate you. Yeah. As sad as it is, the bar has been lowered extremely. And if you want to see movies that you like get made, it's like I said before, you can say people don't want slop all you want, but if you want to see movies get made that you like, you have to show up for the ones that you actually do. And most people don't these days. So,
and you can tell that even if he doesn't have any real appreciation for the audience, he definitely has an appreciation for just the art form that he has dedicated himself to.
Correct.
And they reported in the Hollywood Reporter that he said, I actually said I'm going to make movies into my 80s. Actually, I'm going to make them into my hundreds. I will never stop. I will never stop doing action. I will never stop doing drama, comedy films. I'm excited.
See, I think that Scientologists just figured out
they just found
Fountain of Youth. He was going to say I was going to make movies forever, but people would get suspicious.
Scientologists are the ones who have access to adrenochrome during the shortage, and he does look younger than his age. He's 62 right now, so. And
most of that came in just the last couple of years. He didn't look 50. He looked 30 in his 50s.
He could use a better haircut, though.
Oh, yeah. The haircut is working against him.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.